Hey folks, this is Dustin with PosiRank.com. Welcome to this video about identifying duplicate meta tags in Google Webmaster Tools. Here's what this thing's all about. Taming the Panda penalty. Identifying duplicate meta tags is just one step out of several that you're going to need to take in order to make sure that your site is not harmed by the Panda update. Google absolutely loathes duplication on your site, duplication of all kinds, including meta tags. Alright, if you don't understand this by now, you need to stop this video, go back and check out the intro to Panda video that I created for you guys, and that's going to bring you up to speed on the technicals of Panda, how it looks at your site and shows you these different factors that come into play when it's determining whether or not to penalize your site. It's a really important video. Go back and check that out if you haven't already. Now, to get the best results possible, you're absolutely going to have to find and fix any of the duplicate meta tags that exist on your site. Now, as I said earlier, Google hates duplication of all kinds, right? For the purposes of this video, however, we're only going to be talking about duplicate meta tags, not duplicate body content. We're going to cover that in future videos, just so you know. So to move forward here, you're going to need to set up Google Webmaster Tools and connect it with your site before you move on with this video. The reason you need to do that is if you haven't done so already, it can take up to a few weeks for Google to, crawl your site and bring back all of that data. All right, so that could take a little time, so make sure you do that first. Now you can see I have ignore conspiracy theories here. For those of you out there that are concerned with connecting your site with a Google related product, forget all that stuff. Okay, I'm here to tell you that Google Webmaster Tools is an invaluable tool to the SEO. It's going to be very important when it comes to identifying this duplicate meta content, right? You can do it other ways, but this way is one of the best ways I know how, the most efficient ways I know how to do that. Now, if you have Google Webmaster Tools set up and it's crawled your site, it's brought back data, let's get to the good stuff here. We're going to jump over to Webmaster Tools and check it out. Okay, here we are in Google Webmaster Tools, and you can see in this particular account I've got two little sites connected. To get to the data that we're interested in here, we're going to click on the website name, and that's going to bring up the Webmaster Tool site dashboard. And at a glance, you're going to see some pretty cool technical information. You're going to see crawl errors, site errors, server connectivity, robots.txt fetch, some really cool technical data. But what we're interested in for the purposes of this video is under the search appearance menu item. Click that, and then hover and click on HTML improvements. All right, this is going to show us what we're interested in. Now, we see a message here that says Google Webmaster Tools didn't detect any content issues with your site. That's a good thing, right? Well, it could be. There's a couple things that you need to know when you look at this screen. Okay, if you just set up your site and it's been a few weeks and you have some data, you click HTML improvements, you get this message. It is very possible that it hasn't been long enough yet for Google to bring back all that data, right? So you could see this even though you do have issues there, right? Now, number two, you could be seeing this, and as much as I like Webmaster Tools, it is possible that they didn't detect duplicate content, duplicate meta tag information on your site, even though there is some. So it's not 100% accurate. Now, it's very, very good, don't get me wrong here, and I highly suggest you use it, but you need to understand it's possible that they missed the data we're looking for, right? And I'll show you in other videos how to go and check to make sure that your site doesn't have the duplicate meta issue. Or number three, you really don't have any duplicate meta content. Now, I know this site for a fact doesn't have duplicate meta content because I used that other the other technique that I'm going to show you in another video to double check. So I highly suggest you do that as well. Okay. Now, also you need to understand that this is not going to show you duplicate body content. This is, again, only duplicate meta content. So, with all of that said, let's jump back to the presentation. I'm going to show you what this thing looks like when it does bring back data. Okay, this is what your HTML improvement screen is going to look like if Google finds issues with your site. Obviously, not with these red boxes here. Okay, I put these red boxes in here just to highlight the particular issues that this example site had. Okay, so this site has duplicate meta description problems, short meta description problems, and duplicate title tags. Right? So you can see on the left column here, Google's telling us what type of meta issue we have, and on the right hand column, they're showing us the exact number of pages that are offending when it comes to duplicate meta descriptions. Okay, so our job as an SEO is to make sure that this right hand column, all of these numbers go down to 0. Right, that's your job. Once you do that, you're going to be well on your way to helping tame that panda. Yeah, it won't be complete. There's other steps that need to be done, but that's a very good first step. Okay, so also, just so you know, your site could come back with any number of issues here, right? This site has duplicate meta, short meta, and duplicate titles. You could have, non-informative titles. You could have missing titles. You could have a problem with almost every single section, or maybe only one or two sections, right? It doesn't matter what the issue is here. It needs to be fixed. Okay, no matter what the issue is on the screen, you want to make sure that that page number on the right is down to 0. Okay, so let's take a look at what this stuff looks like when there is an actual issue. So we'll click on the duplicate meta descriptions link, because you'll see this is blue here, and that can be clicked on. When you do click on it, you get a screen that looks like this. Okay, so what's going on here? First of all, I had to blur out the information just to protect the privacy of this example site. But you can see on the left here, Google is telling us which pages have the duplicate meta descriptions. You can see there's a little black arrow. When you click on that, it brings you a drop down menu. In the drop down menu, you can see there are 2 lines here, or 2 rows. And in those rows are the exact URLs that share the duplicate meta descriptions. Okay? Where the black arrow is, it shows you what the description is, and then when you hit the drop down, it shows you what URLs have that same description. Very, very handy. Okay, you can click the URL, it will take you to your site and show you exactly which page it is, and you can fix it from there. Right, and again, on the right hand side here, we can see the number of pages that are offending. Right, so if you look down at the bottom here in this row, there are 8 pages with this exact description, meta description. Okay, that's no good. All of these pages need to have their own unique meta descriptions. And I absolutely love this tool because it makes my job so much easier. I don't have to spend a ton of time searching this stuff down, although we will double check it, and I'll show you that in future videos. But this is really, really handy and a very efficient way to do this. And of course, it's free. Okay, so let's go back to our HTML improvement screen. And let's take a look at duplicate title tags. Right, this site has 197 pages that have duplicate title tag issues. So when we click on that link, this is actually a different example, so we don't see 197 of them. In this example, there are 3 pages that share the same title, and that is a bummer. You want to make sure that that is fixed. It shows you what the title is, and when you click the drop down arrow, again, it's going to show you the exact URL where that title exists. Okay, so pretty straightforward. The screens, all these screens really look the same, and it's a very efficient way to take care of this issue. Now we go back to the HTML improvement screen. A couple things here. First of all, the only pages that are going to show up here are pages that are in the Google index. Okay, those are the only pages that Google cares about, because those are the pages that could potentially rank or potentially be seen by somebody. Right? anything on your site that is no indexed either through the Yoast SEO or robots file, don't worry about that. That can have duplicate meta if you'd like, right? If you don't want to worry about that, you don't have to, because it's not going to show up in the search results. However, what does show up here is really important for a couple of reasons, right? For example, long meta descriptions, short meta descriptions. A long meta description is just that, a meta description that exceeds the maximum number of characters that can be displayed in the search engine result page. You'll see a little dot 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 at the end of the meta description when it's too long. That is not a good use of the real estate, because our meta descriptions and titles are our organic search ads. That's our opportunity to, number one, optimize for a target keyword phrase that we want that page to rank for. But number two, we're writing, we're using some copywriting. We're writing an ad. We're writing a search result that we want people to click on. So we're going to enter some copywriting to drive the click from the Google search result pages to our website. And if we're not taking advantage of our meta descriptions to the best of our ability, we're really not doing our job, because other than optimizing, we want to drive traffic, right? A good meta description, a good title can entice someone to click your listing over someone else's, even if they're ranked above you. Okay, so a short meta description, pretty self-explanatory. It doesn't fill up the meta description box, right? Just a few characters in there, or a couple words. That's not taking advantage of that real estate. You absolutely want to make sure that you do. Missing title tags, pretty self-explanatory again. A title tag that was never entered, right? It's absolutely blank, and that's a real bummer, because that's not going to get a click. If it does, you just got lucky. Oops, excuse me. Just hit the wrong button there. Long title tags, again, exceed the maximum number of characters that can be displayed. Short title tags, just a couple of characters. And non-informative title tags, that's when a placeholder's used, right? It might say untitled or no title, right? Some CMSs enter the word untitled there when somebody doesn't put a title in the box, right? That's what a non-informative title tag is. Now again, all this stuff is very important that you fix it yourself. And again, this stuff can take a few weeks for Google to bring back that data once you set up your Google Webmaster Tools. Now, one more thing, title tags. When you're optimizing title tags, it can be really helpful to use a tool to make sure you know what that title tag is going to look like. You know that it's not too long, it's not too short, sort of just right. Let me show you a cool little tool that you can use for free to help you with that. Okay, here we are at the SEO Moz title tag tool. And here's the URL, moz.com/learn/SEO/title-tag. It's a nice little tool. This is, like I said, going to help us make sure that our title tag is optimized in the search engines. You can see optimal format, optimal length for search engines, title emulator tool. This is what I'm interested in here, the title emulator tool. And you can see I put in a little example. Okay, so the search phrase is going to be red hats. Somebody searched red hats in the search engines. Here is my optimized title tag. Okay, red hats is the first keyword there. And I've got a hyphen, and then a little bit of copywriting like we talked about. Don't buy any until you see this page. Okay? This is going to hopefully entice somebody to click on our search listing. When you click enter, you can see what that title tag looks like. And that's what it's going to look like in Google. And of course you can read a little bit more about title tags below. But this is a nice little tool to help us see what that's going to look like. Okay, let's jump back to the presentation and wrap this up. Okay, let's recap this thing here. First thing we need to do is log into Google Webmaster Tools, click on your domain name. From here, we're going to click Search Appearance, then HTML Improvements, and then The HTML improvements page is going to show you any and all changes that you need to make to stop duplicate meta from showing up on your site. Any of these changes that you make will take a few weeks or more to show up in Google Webmaster Tools. They don't happen instantly. So, say you set up your site, it took a couple weeks, Google went out and got the data, brought it back, and you saw some errors in the HTML improvement screen. You went through those errors, you optimized them on your site, and everything looks good. Well, once you do that, it's going to take a couple more weeks for Google to go back and find that stuff again and bring it back into Webmaster Tools, okay? Just so you know that, I'd hate to have some folks go out there and make the changes, not see the results in Webmaster Tools, and come looking for my head, okay? Just so you know, it's going to take a little bit of time before that stuff shows up again. All right? And last but not least, take a look at your site throughout Google Webmaster Tools. There's a lot of really cool stuff there. It's going to show you technical data, technical things that you may not have known you had issues with on your site. Right? It's going to help you become a better SEO. It's going to help your site perform better, and in the end, hopefully, help you earn a better return on investment. Okay, folks, I will see you in the next video.